It's not really like that. But if I had it my way, anything I would say to do, y'all would do. Anything that I say to do, everybody would do. But the difference is I wouldn't be all tyrannical with it. The difference is I would still be a good guy, a decent dude. Hold on. We good? Okay. Because I was watching some videos, so I had to make sure that when the show came up on my monitors, that I was straight, that it wasn't going to start. Urban Therapy with Sun Show. But like I was saying, if I had it my way, I wouldn't have to ask nobody to do anything, but I would probably still ask. But I would ask with the intentions of people following my instructions or my directions. But like I said, I'm not going to ask you to do anything all crazy or demoralizing or anything like that. I would just, be like, look, like if I had it my way, I'd be like, yo, man, hit the like button right now. As soon as you come in, I don't care if you going to another show. I don't care if you just happen to stop by this channel to see what it is. Hit the like button. If I had the authority to do that, it would happen. But as it is, I got to be like, please hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel please hit the like button. Please, viewer, member, people, hit the like button. I promise I'll have good content. I promise. That's what I have to do in order to get y'all to hit the like button. But it's okay. It's okay. Notice how I can get up off of one knee without using my hands. Did you notice that? My hands were clasped. See, I can do that. At 55 years old, I can do that. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. If you're in good shape, you could probably do it too. But some of y'all can't do it. Some of y'all can't do it. I can. All right, anyway. Yeah, so what we're talking about today is those who can tell you what to do instead of asking you what to do or asking you to do it. Hey, it's not that small of a thing. Nobody likes to be told what to do. Nobody likes to be pushed around. Nobody likes for anybody to feel like they have the authority to tell you to jump and how high or run and how fast. Nobody really likes that. And there's some people that are so power hungry and so, I don't know, I'm not even sure what the vocabulary word would be to describe it, but they're so bossy that they expect for people to just do whatever they want them to do their bidding at the drop of a hat. And some people seem to get away with it for the most part. One thing that millionaires and billionaires seem to have an advantage in is getting people to do what they want them to do. People think that people who have a lot of money are smarter. Well, if they were stupid, how did they make all that money? How did they become so successful? Well, we grade success on different platforms in different ways. Like what I might consider to be successful might not be what you consider to be successful, because we may not be measuring success for the same things in the same areas in the same ways. For example, I think that somebody is successful when they get the things that they really strived for. I guess the word is strove for, but anyway. So, it doesn't always have to be a monetary thing. Maybe you were really striving for spiritual enlightenment. You were striving for spiritual enlightenment. And if you worked at it and you were satisfied with the results that you got, then I guess you were successful. Along the way, you may still have a good roof over your head and something nice to drive or money to spend on shopping, if that's your thing. Success is measured in different ways by different people. I want to say what's up to my people right now. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? My brother Ansel Jones is in the house. My brother Ansel Jones. What's going on, my brother Ansel Jones? How you feeling, man? And Stacy White, what up? How you feeling? How you feeling, ma? And Sebastian. What up, Sebastian Cruz? Thanks for coming through. And my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Sit back, relax, do your thing, Max and chill. He goes by Bump City right here. And KDS. What up, Katie? What's going on, ma? Good to see me some you. Clap it up for y'all. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all mucho, mucho, mucho. And let me see. Let me make sure that I got everybody. Everybody that's in the background, people that have stopped by, maybe they're going to stop back by. You know what I mean? Peace to all of y'all too. So, yeah, nobody likes to be pushed around. If you grew up with siblings like I did, where you were the youngest or younger, you know what I mean? Your brothers and sisters told you, they told you what to do. You know what I mean? It was even in a threatening way sometimes. Like, yo, if you don't do it, either they gonna put paws on you, one paw, two paw. Boop. My sisters were older than me. I was the youngest out of three, and I was the youngest boy. So I was smaller than them. So even though neither one of them were tall, they were bigger than me, taller than me at that time, and more threatening. So you know what I mean? Imagine this flexing your little feminine ass muscles. Like you don't do it, and I'm gonna twist your little ass up, and you better not cry, or like my older sister used to do, open up your chest. Oh, I'm like, oh my God, why is the test of little boys by older kids getting punched in the chest? Why I gotta get my chest caved in? All right, Shell, go ahead. I don't know if my big sister ever got in a fight, but she sure would give me a nice shot to the chest. Boom! And I'm like, here come the asthma, here come the asthma, here come the asthma, here come the asthma, here come the asthma. I took it like a man. Dudes from around the corner, yo, come on, oh. Come on. Go, all three of y'all young boys. All your three. Boom. Now they hit harder. I'm like, I'm not going to let them see me fold. So shit hurt. Hit me hard. The two on my side, if I was in the middle, they faking heart attacks, asthma attacks. He got asthma. See, he got asthma. They didn't ask us to stand up against the wall and take that shot. They told us, get up against the wall. Get up against the wall. We got to make a man out of you. I'm like, yo, I'm 7. I don't care if you 7, 8. You old enough to go around the corner into the store for Miss Gladys, right? Huh? Miss Barbara sent you to the store? All right. You want to get back with her change? Because if you don't, you're going to get your ass whooped around here with your chest open. And when you get to Miss Barbara's house without the change, because we're going to take it from you, it's going to be a problem. Okay, a decision had to get made. Boop. Good times. The 70s. Clap it up for the 70s. Yes. The 1970s. The toughest decade that I can think of. Did you understand what I'm saying? Did my sisters beat me up? Nah, my middle sister, you know what I mean? She used to tag me up a little bit. She thought I was soft until I got sick of this shit. Like, all right, come on. Boop. And I started. She ain't fuck with me no more. I think I had to be about 8 or 9. I was like, you're not supposed to really hit girls, and you're not supposed to, fight your family. But I'm like, she always trying to fight me. Well, once she saw I was serious, I was mad as shit. That shut all of that down. Like, all right, training's over. You're good. You just make sure that you show that same type of energy out there with them little boys you be fighting. Don't come around here getting me, because you almost fought me in one, right? So how am I going to protect you? Like, we got to roll on them. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Oh, man. Okay, he said, oh, you a 79, baby. You just made it. That's what I'm talking about, though. You know what I mean? 70 kids is the best. I don't care what nobody says. 70 kids is the best. So, yeah, man. So, you know, most of us go through our lives trying not to be told what to do. But most of us have gone through our lives being told what to do, whether it was your parents that told you what to do, whether it was your older siblings that told you what to do, whether it was your grandmother, aunts, uncles, older cousins, you know what I mean? Some authority figure in your family told you what to do. Your teachers told you what to do. Oh, yeah, these are lesson plans today. And and I bet you better have that homework done. Come in here tomorrow without that homework done. Come in here tomorrow without that homework done. And speaking of homework, get your ass up out from the back of the class, the middle of the class, or whatever. Get up off your desk and come up here to this blackboard. This kind of look like a blackboard. So yeah, on this blackboard, you need to work out these problems. Either that. Remember, you used to be called up to the blackboard for problems that wasn't even math problems. Like, all right, so you're gonna have to write this thing. You know what I mean? It was a big thing to remember. It was a big thing to handle chalk back in the day. You know what I mean? You handle some chalk, get the white on your fingers. You know, what I mean? Look, I'm handling chalk over here. I'm over here doing big things with chalk. Chalk. You ain't request to go up there. Well, some of y'all did. But for the most part, you said, I mean, stop hiding. I saw the last assignment you turned in. Just see student ass. Get your ass up to the get your ass up here to the blackboard. You know what I mean? You ain't up here trying to be average. Yo, CC, what's up, man? Yeah, CC all up in this bitch. CC has returned. And it's her anniversary. Happy anniversary. You know what I mean? She came through. No, on Sunday I saw her. Nah, I'm fucking up the song. It's her anniversary. Grown woman, don't try me. What up? Happy anniversary. Congratulations. I mean, it's a big deal to still like somebody after all those years, especially when you living with them and everything, married to them and everything, legally binded to them and all that and everything. Good to see you. I'm glad you're back. I was worried about you. What it was. KDS says, I did not request to be up there. I know. You know what I mean? It's funny because the times when you was really on your shit and you wanted to go up to the blackboard, they was like, slow down. Let that dummy come up. You just trying to shine right now. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, dummy. Up to the blackboard. Math problem is 8 times 7. You should have it committed to memory. All right, 8 times. It's 56. All right. Okay. So we're gonna do this reading problem, this English problem. I mean, this English lesson. Okay. It's I before E, except after what? It's I before E, except after me? No, you dumbass. Yo, I'm just getting a note sent home. Tell your mom to come up here. You know what I mean? Tomorrow, you better be smart. Yeah, and you better have this letter signed. You know what I mean? I need your parents to come up here because you're being disruptive and you're being defiant. Keep being defiant. I mean, back in the day, teachers could lay hands. We were starting to come out of the lay hands era, but a few teachers, you know what I mean? I seen a couple of young boys get posted up. Like, boom, Mr. Giomi. You know what I mean? Put the boy, he threw him up against the wall, like, boom. Shout out to black teachers, male teachers especially. Shout out the black male teachers, cause them motherfuckers wasn't playing. They knew the odds was stacked against them, and many of them. I'm not taking nothing away from the ladies, because we already know what time it is. But those black male teachers, you know what I mean? They knew, like, these young cats who gonna try me. I might have to rumble them. Now, you know, some of them 13-year-olds get big. You know, 12, 13-year-olds, some of them hit puberty real early. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mr. Hackney. Shout out to Mr. Smith. Mr. Hackney was the social studies teacher. Shout out to Mr. Smith. He was the math teacher. You know what I'm saying? He was hip as shit too. I hope both of them are still here. I hope both of them are still here. But anyway, so y'all know what type time we on this afternoon. Those who can tell you what to do instead of asking you to do it. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Sunday from 2 p.m. till around 3:30-ish. And the reason that I say 3:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Sunday, and it is Sunday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I'm feeling like a real man should. And I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should as well. We are talking about those who can tell you what to do instead of asking you to do it. Who can tell you what to do? Is your mama? Is your mama still alive? Can she tell you what to do? Is your daddy still here? Can they tell you what to do? Is your favorite uncle here? He can tell you what to do. Yo, big mama here, she can tell you what to do. Yo, teachers back in the day, they can tell you what to do. Oh, policemen, yo, they tell you what to do. Politicians out here, they can tell you what to do. Yo, Donald Trump be telling motherfuckers what to do. Do. Yo, who right now can't tell you what to do? Yo, your husband or your wife, can they tell you what to do? Even some of y'all kids can't tell you what to do. Yo, some of y'all friends are influential, what you do? Yo, somebody out there tell you what to do. Yo, your neighbors out here, yeah, tell you what to do. Yo, local politicians, they tell you what to do. With the mayor out here, gonna tell you what to do. Yo, props, tell you what to do. Move to the back of the line. Rosa Parks. Get to the back of the bus. She said no. She said no. The real reason, the untold reason why Rosa Parks didn't willingly go to the back of the bus is because she was born an Aquarius. You can't just tell Aquarius what to do if you ain't stamped already. My mama Aquarius, my sister Aquarius. I grew up around all of them. You know what I mean? They don't like to do nothing you tell them to do. Cece, grown woman, don't try. She Aquarius. She don't do nothing you tell her to do. They be like, no, I'd be like, yo, you take another step, you gonna fall off this cliff. They be like, yeah, whatever. I'm laughing, but very serious. That's why Rosa, I mean, I don't know why nobody just came out and said that. I was like, oh, when I found out she was an Aquarius, I was like, shit. Now it all makes sense. She was probably going to go to the back of the bus on her own, but you fucked up and told her to do it, and she said no. I said no. All right, I'm going to go get my seat. I'm going to go get my chair over here. And we're going to have this conversation about who can tell you what to do. Who can tell you what to do? Who can tell you what to do? Yo, please hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is it's the Urban Therapy with Sun show. It's not the Daily Go Get 'Em show. It's the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We're talking about who can tell you what to do instead asking you what to do. Oh, Ansel Jones, my brother Ansel Jones. He says in Iraq, we did combat training. They were supersized. The Air Force guy volunteered with the Marines and Army. Well, if you go into the military, you know what it's like to be told what to do all the time. You know what I mean? There's a clear ranking authority that you have to bow down to, that you got to bow down to. I'm wondering what's up with this thing. Kim is calling. Hey, y'all. You there? All right, what's going on? What's up, Kim? How you feeling today?
Not great.
What, great? Not great physically or not great what?
Emotional.
Okay, what's wrong?
Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Oh. We'll just talk about it as we go along.
Okay.
I need to give a different perspective about being told what to do. Hey, everybody.
No others?
No.
Fuck others now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I see what we doing today. All right. Well, anyway, so yeah, nobody really likes to be told what to do. What up, Carla? What up, Carla? Nobody really likes to be told what to do. But I mean, there comes a time in our lives, a period in our lives, you know, instances in our lives where we get told what to do and we better listen. As simple as that. You know? I watch videos on YouTube or social media, whatever, and they highlight these videos where, black dudes might come in contact with some police activity or whatever. And I hear all these people in the comments talking about what they would do or what they shouldn't do or what they wouldn't do. And I'm like, there ain't nothing admirable about getting your head beaten damn near to death or to death. The winner stays alive. That's how you win. So when I get pulled over, and trust me, nobody dislikes cops more than me. Nobody. But when I get pulled over, I'm making sure that I'm getting my ass home. I'm not going to the precinct. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to get no crazy ticket or have my car impounded or none of that shit. All of these things have happened to me. It's except get my head beaten. I've never been roughed up by the cops, except maybe some rough handcuffing. You know what I mean? A little handcuffing. And that wasn't even for what I actually did. But anyway, what up, Tori? What's good, ma? Good to see you. But yeah, the best thing to do when you know you're in that situation and you're outnumbered and you're outmanned and you're outgunned and possibly outmuscled, why would you want to make you want to get beat half to death? I don't know. Something about, you ever see somebody get beat to death? I've never seen anybody get beat to death, but I've seen people get shot to death, stabbed to death, and beat close to death. It ain't pretty. Blood everywhere. That shit. I've never heard nobody say that they want to go, even if you commit suicide, I ain't never hear nobody say, oh, well, yeah, I'm gonna go out there and let somebody beat me to death. Shoot, jump off a bridge, take a bunch of pills, slit your wrist, that kind of thing. No, you ain't gonna beat me to death. Ain't nothing honorable or admirable about that. So when it comes to the cops, yeah, I hate to admit it, but they can tell me what to do. Now, if we are in the inside where they don't have as much authority, that's different. But outside, even with cameras going, I'm like, no. This ain't checkers. Don't Rodney King me. I'm good. So yeah, the IRS, they seem to be able to tell me what to do too. Pay your goddamn taxes or we gonna come lock you up. I'm like, well, why y'all don't bully the big dudes that make all that money? Oh, they ain't gotta pay no taxes. You gotta pay taxes with your bum ass. Mm-hmm. I'll be like, I ain't paying shit, but I'll be paying. Mm-hmm. You might not give them as much as they asked for, but they getting something. They getting something for real. And we not, as you all know, we can't tell them what to do, even though we're paying them. We can't tell them like, yo, don't send my money over here or use it for this, that, and the third. They don't tell you shit about how your money is going to be used. It goes down like that. It really, really, really does. Kim, you can jump in anytime you want. Okay, let me see. CC says, wow, we would have gotten popped with my date. Yeah. Stacey White says, I would never forgive Miss Kathy with the blue flu and the blue ruler. Yeah, see, y'all old enough to remember them days. Yeah, man. Teachers put hands on you. You do what they say. You getting suspended, sent to the principal. You know what I mean? Principal. Why were we scared of the principal? Well, like, did the principal lay hands? I don't remember the principal ever laying hands, but he or she must have, because the principal is where we always got sent. If he or she was harmless, I don't think the threat of us getting sent there would have been a big deal. Unless we take into consideration that when you get sent to the principal's office, then your parents got to come up, and they certain parents will whoop your ass right in front of the whole student body, staff, and everybody. It's like,
By the time I was old enough to get sent someplace, there was a principal, it was the dean's office, and I didn't hear nothing about that.
Yeah.
So, but as a minor, or as a child, I was never sent to the principal's office.
Oh, you never got sent to the principal's office? No. Oh, I did. Yeah, I did. I did a few bids. I talked too much, and I was a little rebellious, and I like to chew gum in class or candy. You know what I mean? I was always slipping. I was the candy boy. So yeah, that some teachers got sick of the bullshit. Most of them just took the food. Right? You know what I mean? That teacher's desk was full of a lot of good food in there. You know what I mean? She had the premium candy. Because it wasn't just our class coming through there. You know? Just got my shit. Bubble Yum, gone. Hubba Bubba, gone. Snickers, Reese Cup, gone. Everything gone. I'm like, this candy ain't hurting nobody. All right, let me see. Cece says I was a good kid, afraid of my daddy, so I was never a problem in school. I understand. I was scared of my parents too, but my badness overrode all of that. Stacey says it's just me, so I can't tell nobody what to do. But that can mean that somebody can tell you what to do. Cece said, "You better now. Aquarius is different." Yeah, shut up. Hush. We can be very stubborn. You don't say. I thought I was just making that up. Virgo in the building. Listen, depending on the y'all listen depending on the messenger. Oh boy.
So when you talk about people who can tell you what to do, normally I can't be told what to do. You can ask me in a respectful manner, but you just can't tell me. That even includes work. And I think I've always been like that. I've been arrested for that same thought because an officer was just, I don't know, I have an issue with disrespect. I really do. And you can always respectfully ask me, but just to be demanding I have issues. Um, and that's probably not a good thing, but it's just the way I've always been. Um, I remember having a disagreement with the guy I was talking to at the time, his sister, and she's on the phone trying to tell me stuff, and I said, "All right, I'm through talking to her," and passed the phone back to him. And she told him, "I'm not through talking. Tell her to get back on the phone. I wasn't finished." I said, "Well, I'm through talking." So it's well, she could just listen. And I said, "Hey, when I say I'm through talking, that means I'm also through listening."
Okay. Okay. So.
And I said, "My grandmother is older than both of us. And when I'm through talking to my grandmother, she understands I'm through talking and listening. So I'm through talking and listening to you." And she made old dumb threat that she was coming over, and I was like, "Uh-oh, this is going to be bad for her." So, it's just that, if I'm through, I'm through, and you can't make me do what you want me to do. However, there are instances where I can be told something, and I will listen.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what makes the difference between one versus the other?
I think when my loved ones have my best interest in mind, then and I recognize it.
Mm.
So, for example, I can't necessarily say I wanted to be here today, but I got a phone call at 4 this morning that said my yesterday was unhealthy and that I needed to go to sleep and wake up and have a normal day because they're going to need my strength for what we have to face going into the week. So I went to sleep as I was instructed. I woke up this morning and I said, I'm going to have a normal day. Everybody thought my sadness was unhealthy yesterday, or my version of it was unhealthy yesterday.
Okay.
And then this topic came across my notification. And I said, well, this is an interesting one, so let me call it. And try to have a normal Kim day. So when it's a situation where I think it's for in my best interest, I will listen and actually do it on told.
Okay. So everybody gets put in emergency situations sometimes. And do you think that you're always in a position to know what your best interest is, or do you think that your judgment is always correct?
Oh no, I don't always think my judgment is correct. No. Because many people told me yesterday, you need to calm down or it's going to make you sick. And I didn't, and I ended up being sick. And it took somebody else, it took me just thinking about it. And that final phone call was like, you can't be the weak one right now. So I was like, I guess I better get my shit together. But I was listening at first. I needed to be in the moment.
Okay. All right. The reason I ask you that is because I know that although I don't like to be told what to do, I know that sometimes I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So, I can get mad at the tone that you're telling me what to do, or what not to do. But I also have to weigh in the results that might come into play if I don't listen or if I question too much at the wrong time. One thing I learned from my pop was that sometimes you got there's a time to talk, and there's a time to literally shut the fuck up. Not be quiet, not hush. It's time to shut the fuck up. And you're not always going to be the person that decides whether you should shut the fuck up or not. Because at that time, when you decide that it's not right for somebody to tell you to shut the fuck up, might be your last time talking at all. So you have to be cognizant of that. And most people are, but we all make mistakes. You know, what they call it, letting your mouth write checks that your ass can't cash. You know, you might run into the wrong one. And all they wanted was a little peace and quiet at the time. So a lot of people have a problem with authority figures at work. You know, verbally, they might say, well, you know, if you're on the same pay scale as me or the same position level as I am, then you can't tell me what to do. Okay, cool. But then that's making you think that they'll listen to people who are above them. And that's not necessarily what they do. So if people who are above you and are literally in authority of you, if you don't listen to them, that's probably going to result in you not having a job anymore. Now, I've known people who came home from work after being freshly fired. Like, yeah, that bitch ain't going to be talking to me any old kind of way. I'm like, but you got 4 kids and you got a mortgage or rent to pay. You got car notes and you got mad credit cards because you like to spend. You like to shop. You like to do the damn thing. Your makeup costs, your hair and makeup costs alone is a salary. And you just threw it all away because your supervisor or whoever didn't talk to you nice. Like, who were you thinking of when you made that decision? Because unemployment ain't going to get you nowhere close to the salary that you were commanded. And who knows how long it's going to take before you get back in the back to another job.
I agree with you. However, there's still 2 sides to that. Because you even said it yourself, it's how you say it to me. And that is a big deal. How you say it to me, and sometimes what you say to me makes a difference. You know, I think that's the reason why, in my opinion, that some employers take advantage of their employees because they can hold that over their head. You need this job, and they said you need this job, and they feel like it's okay for them to speak to you in such an indignant way because you need this job. Most people work because they need their job. I don't know too many people who are like, oh, I go to work because I love going to work. And especially if it's something that is not something they enjoy, something they have a passion for. So there are some people out here who take advantage of that, or even for some of our undocumented sisters and brothers. You know, they get taken advantage of because they feel like you need this job. So we're going to treat you like shit for it. And that's where the line crosses for me. I remember when I was working as a temp in my 20s, and I was working on a construction site. So first, I'm the only female there. That's first. And then when I get there, I'm the only me there at the site. And I remember coming in and nobody was really assisting what I needed to do, where I need to go, or anything like that. But at the end of, so the construction site was really just a trailer in the middle of them building. So at the far end of the trailer, one of the guys goes up to this old ass man sitting in the back. And he's like, what do you want me to do with this paperwork? Da, 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 da. Because that's what I'm there for, to handle paperwork that these guys don't know what to do with. So without even missing a beat or looking up, he said, ask that black bitch down there. That's where things change. Because not only am I not your bitch, I'm definitely not your black bitch. So now you can't tell me anything at this point. We don't have a conversation. And at the time, I'm a new mom. I got bills to pay. I I have a kid to take care of, but you still can't be indignant with me and use that as the new noose around my neck to treat me like shit and expect me to come and do the work you want me to do. So that's where it's kind of a difference for me when it comes to that, because you can't disrespect me and expect me to do anything for you because I'm going to make everything in your bag. Like, I will ruin your fucking company if you do that. So that's, I think we also have to include that in there too. Yes, if you got to work, of course, but it doesn't mean you're going to take advantage of me or treat me like trash because I have to be at work, because I need this job, because I have a family to take care of. So see, there's that point we have to include in there too.
Well, see, the difference and what I was talking about is that what he was saying didn't have anything to do with telling you what to do. He was just being rude.
I know. He continued on his conversation. Hey, you, come down here and take this. And I'm still saying, like, I wonder who he's talking about and who he's talking to. Because I just sat there, because he couldn't have been talking to me.
Let me just tell you that is a different situation than what I'm talking about, for sure. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's a very, very different situation. You know, because if I'm thinking about what I would do in a situation like that, there's a good chance that, okay, if a Monday morning quarterback.
Police were involved.
Huh?
I said police were involved by the time I got going.
Okay. Okay. All I'm saying is that there are ways. I'm not figuring out why this shit is not working now. Kim. Okay. There you go. I'm like, what? What do I have to do with this shit? Because I restarted it yesterday and it still wasn't doing what I needed it to do. Okay. But yeah, yeah, that's a totally different situation than what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna let anybody totally disrespect me or whatever. And my experience on jobs is that the disrespect has never been outright. It has been very subtle. You know what I mean? It doesn't make it any better because that's like, if you know what it means for somebody to undermine you, or how it feels for somebody to undermine you, which is another form of disrespect that they don't even give you the credit of knowing better about. You understand what I mean? Like, so you think I don't notice that you shitting on me? Wow. And I go through that. I go through that regularly. I'm dealing with a situation that's borderline on that now. What up, Malu? But still, I have to make an informed decision because they are doing this shit on the low. There's no reason for me not to do. It's funny because at work, they've been more apt. My experience is that they will not tell me what to do instead of telling me what to do. Because, and it could be because they know that if they tell me what to do, then when I do it, if it doesn't work out the way that they wanted it to, then it'll be on them, not me. So they've gone the other route. But
I thought the job where disrespect is a part of it, because we know the military is a job per se, and they thrive on being disrespectful.
Well, they have a different mission. Like the military's, the point of basic training is to break you. Wait a minute. It's to break you down and build you up. So there's no way you were disciplined enough in your civilian life to be able to make it in the military. There's no way. There's no way you could have been, you know, and in civilian life, we press snooze buttons when we don't want to wake up. We go to bed when we feel like it. We get up when we feel like it. We go to work when we feel like it, and all of that stuff in the military lets you know right up front that's not happening here. This is more about the team, and you compromise lives when you decide to go off and do your own thing. So there's not going to be any of you doing your own thing when it comes to this. So we're going to show you how important teamwork is. Now, I don't care if you played team sports and you consider yourself to be a team player. Now you're going to really see what it's like. Because even with your coaches, if you play team sports, even with your coaches, if the coaches talk to you in a certain kind of way or you didn't like the way they coach, you could just quit, go play for another team, or report them to the authorities. That's not going to happen here. Everything, every snide remark, every insult, everything that those drill sergeants do with you is authorized and approved. So you're going to learn that things don't go your way all the time. And you're going to learn the difference between what you think is right and wrong and what the organization's ideas of right and wrong is. And they're going to win. The house always wins. So I understand the military's position. You know, you don't want to be in the military.
I just wanted to talk about it.
Huh?
I said I do too. I just wanted to bring that up as part of this conversation too.
Well, I mean, you know, it's a relevant
difference and why.
It's a relevant. Yeah. It's a relevant part of this conversation because you do have to do what they tell you to do. Or, you know, I mean, you could take your ass home, dishonorable discharge and all of that shit. So all your, you know, veteran benefits and disability, pension and all of that shit, you've just fucked all of that up. So your entire future, should you live to collect it, is all fucked up because you wanted to be a baby. Because your spoiled ass wanted to be on some private Benjamin shit. Oh well, you'll be replaced, and the war will be won. So, well, it would be fought. but it's funny how I hear a lot of men complain how they women, whether it's their wives or they girl, they woman, they lady, you know what I mean, they shorty. She don't take none of his advice. And he's advising her. He ain't telling her what to do, but he wouldn't dare come out his mouth and tell her what to do because he knows she ain't gonna do it. Which really means that she don't really respect his judgment. She don't really respect him as a man or whatever. They are together for other reasons, alternative reasons. But they complain that when she go to work, she dressed the way they tell her to dress. She talks the way they tell her to talk. She performs the way they tell her to perform. They tell her when to come. They tell her when to go home. And they tell her how much she can make. But at home, where that man is giving her money freely, love freely, may even be pleasing her physically, sexually, emotionally, everything like that, she blow him off like, fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Only man who ever told me what to do was my father. And funny thing is, she grew up without a father. Either that, or she ain't doing what her father told her to do. Sneaking boys in the crib, you know what I mean? Getting in all kinds of shit or whatever. Maybe, or unless she had like a semi-abusive father that would go upside her head if she ain't do what the fuck. She might have had a James Evans. Put it that way. Mm-hmm. Even though James, if you ever noticed, he never laid hands on.
Get on Thelma.
Never.
Never got on Thelma.
Never. Baby girl is good. You know what I'm saying? I like the way they did that though. Because, you know what I mean?
That's generally how a lot of fathers are.
Well, the fathers.
My dad is hard on my brothers, and I'm not even saying he's hard, but he definitely has a different tone when he's speaking to the males in the family versus the females.
I just knew a lot of fathers that when they whoop ass, they whoop ass. Equal opportunity. They EEOC when it comes to ass whoopings. They give a fuck. So
I know growing up in my family, Even my grandfather, like, there was no discipline in me. My grandfather and my uncles didn't allow it. Like, they didn't do it, and they didn't allow the women in the family to do it when they were present anyway. So, it was just a little different.
Okay.
So I agree. I like the way they did that with the good times.
Okay. Can your man tell you what to do?
It depends on how he says it.
Well, I said, can he tell you what to do? I didn't ask. I didn't ask you. Can he ask you what to do or suggest something? Can he tell you what to do?
It depends on what he's telling me to do. It depends on how he says it. It's broad to say, can he tell me what to do? Because he can tell me something to do this and say, and I'm like, this is not going to go well.
It really is a yes or no question because either he can never tell you what to do, or sometimes, even if he can tell you what to do, sometimes he can tell you what to do. So
he can tell me to do something. He can tell me what to do sometimes. There's no question. I say all the time, that's the part of me being in a relationship because I need someone to structure the things I do. And that was the great thing about being in a relationship because my ex would be like, hey, we've been working too much today. Let's shut this down and get in the bed. Let's shut all this off and get in the bed. And I complied without arguing. Or he could call me and ask, what'd you eat today? And I tell him, he say no. Go in there and look in the microwave and take out the food I put in there for you and eat that because that makes more sense. So yes, of course, sometimes he could tell me what to do.
okay, even though you gave me the softball answers, but cool, because either he can or he can't. You know what I mean? You know what I
And
mean?
that's not there's a gray area there because he definitely could say, come in here and make this food for me right now. He's gonna starve
Why?
unless he gets his own food.
Why? Why? Why?
No.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking why. Why can't he do that?
Because why would? Because I wouldn't speak to him like that.
Okay, but it's not about whether you can speak to him like that. Why? What is your reason?
Respect there. There has to be a level of respect.
Wait. So if he tells you to cook him something to eat, that's disrespectful.
Get in here and fix this food right now is disrespectful.
Okay. So if he said, "Listen, I'm hungry. I need you to fix me something to eat. Can you hurry up?"
No, you can't say that either.
Okay. Okay, I'm just asking. There really isn't any right or wrong answer. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Hurry up. No, I can't hurry up. I can fix you something to eat at the time it takes to fix it, but I can't hurry up.
Okay.
Like, if you starving now, you go get a PB&J or some cereal or something. No, he can't say it like that. But I don't have a problem with, hey babe, I'm a little hungry. What we having? What you fixing? Or something like that. Okay, but just to be demanding, no.
Okay.
You can't demand me.
Okay. Cool. Just want to know where your head is at. I think in most people's lives, they pick and choose who can tell them what to do or not. I know, unfortunately, I go back to the work situation. They tell you, listen, we need those reports due by a certain date or whatever. They don't ask you to do that shit. We need it done. See what happened to you if you don't do it. But your ass is gonna get on that computer and start getting them reports together. You know what? You know what's on the line. Well, it's maybe not you, but they're going to get that. Most people are going to get it done. Myself, I'm doing this shit. I mean, what the fuck? What I signed up for this shit. I didn't sign up for you to talk to me nice. I didn't sign up for you to, be gentle with me and all of that. If I have a really hold on. If I have a real problem with the way that you are addressing me, then I can always take that up with HR. But if my boss comes to me and says I need these reports by such and such a date and such a time, he's not disrespecting me by telling me to do that. He's not. He's telling me to do the job. And I signed up for that. And you know what I mean? Even though I'm like, man, and maybe I might feel like, yeah, you should have told me earlier. You know what I mean? I could have had these shits done already. You telling me near the end of the day. So either I'm going to have to come in early tomorrow, or I'm going to have to spend my whole day doing it when I come in, or whatever. You know, like I might take issue with that, but no, you know what I'm saying? Like I, that company is paying you, and they're not paying you to ask you. You want somebody to ask you or be nice with you. I mean, you can get that at home. At every job, you're not going to really get it like that. You got deadlines to fill. You don't have deadlines to fill at home or make at home. Maybe paying your bills or whatever. And a lot of people are soft on that too. You know what I mean? Second shut off notice. Oh, you think this is a game? You come home and you go to get a glass of water or go wash your face, and the water come out strong at first, and then that shit trickled down. Oh, okay. Guess what happened? They kept asking you. And what asking you wasn't getting you nowhere. So shut your shit off. It is what it is. But I mean, I understand. It's just that the older I get, you know, when I was a kid, when I was younger, I was super sensitive. Everybody had to talk to me a certain kind of way and all of that shit. And you know what? I got my ass kicked a lot for that shit. I don't mean literally, but I suffered the consequences a lot. Because you had to talk to me a certain kind of way. I quit shit that I should have stayed in. Dumb shit. Nut shit. Pussy shit, actually. That's bitch shit. Man, ain't gonna talk to you nice all the time, motherfucker. Some things are more important. You gotta get on your grind. Do your shit. Speaking of that, I've talked to other people like that. Yo, you gotta stop fucking around. You need to stop fucking around. Get on your shit, dog. I don't know if it's a man thing, but whenever I've talked to a man like that, he knew he was wrong. And he got on his shit like, yo, you know, I might have padded a little bit more like, yo, man, you know, you better than that. But yo, you fucking up. You fucking up bad. Yo, get on your shit. You know, the train is leaving without you. You better go catch it. He ain't like, oh, why you talking to me like that? You want to rumble? Fuck out of here, nigga. You gonna suffer. You got a woman, you got kids, you got a fucking life to protect. You out here bullshitting. Nah, get your ass out there and, you know what I mean? Go get your shit together. So there's a time and a place, and there's certain people that you have allowances for. You know? And it's funny because, you know what I mean? There's a reason I always speak about fatherhood and the importance of men and, you know, boys having a strong father in their lives and shit. Because one thing my dad was, I mean, he knew how to ask people for things, and, you know, he understood sensitivities and all that kind of shit. But at the same time, with his sons, you know what I mean, like, listen, he didn't talk like, yo, stop you acting like a bitch. But, you know what I mean? He'd be like, listen, ain't nobody gonna be fucking, you know what I mean? Nobody gonna be fucking talking to you all nice all the time. I'm warning you. You can keep playing if you want. Like, all right.
Did it make a difference that he said it in that way? Because it sounds loving when he says it like
he had times when he said things the nice way. Because with other people, he always said things the nice way. When it came to customers, tenants, and all of that kind of shit, he was never out of pocket. And I mean ever. But when it came to me, when it came to my brothers, the fuck you think this is? You gotta do it. My dad was a Green Beret in a fucking army. But you think he never been told what to do? And you don't become no Green Beret medic by rebelling in any kind of way. So there were times when he was told to jump, and he asked, instead of asking how high, he just jumped higher and higher until he got a
You know,
chance.
that's a good layer. That's a good talking point in this conversation when it comes to parenting and being a parent. How you are speaking to your children. Um, are you being a tyrant when you're speaking like that to your children, or are you speaking in a loving way? Because that kind of shapes how people are as adults, in my opinion. So an example would be, like I always say, my mother was like a drill sergeant. Did she speak in a yelling, negative tone all the time? No, but she was stern when she spoke. Um, and she did kind of speak to you in a way where it was, hey, I want my dishes clean before XYZ. And if they're not, we gonna have a problem. Versus get in there, do my goddamn dishes, blah 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 blah. Wasn't like that. So I was more inclined to go get the dishes done. For one, because I was like, she's probably gonna kill me in my sleep. Um, and two, because let me go wash this lady's dishes. But she did say it in a way that, like, I didn't fear her in the sense that I'm always jumping. You know what I'm saying? But in the same world, I have a friend now as an adult who is the most dysfunctional person I've ever met in my life. And even as an adult, she's completely dysfunctional. And a lot of it has to do because her mother spoke to her, not the rest of her siblings, but spoke to her in that kind of manner. I
Mm.
remember she said that she was sick and she didn't feel good. And her mother was like, no, you better go get my motherfucking dishes done, bitch. Da 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 da. Go wash my fucking dishes. That kind of conversation. Of course, she did it because it was her mother. And then we fast forward later to find out when she was telling her she was sick, she really was sick. And that stuff has spilled over into her adult life. That illness that her mother didn't even take time to recognize then because she was just so busy. I'm your mother, you do what I say, and I'm gonna say it like this, and I don't have to tell you I love you because I'm your mama. I pay for this roof over your head, I pay these bills, you got food to eat. So that's that I can say whatever I want to say to you. So I think that's a good point too when it comes to parenting. Like, yes, you want your kids to understand the real world in life, but just talking to them like they're nothing, they're less than human, that's not effective because they may listen because they fear you, but as adults, it makes them a nightmare as adults. And she was very rough on her daughters to the point where I had to say, hey, quit talking to them like that. Your daughters are not bitches.
No, no.
She even talked to her husband like that, and it's a bad situation with them. So
Mhm.
I think that you have to include that kind of stuff too. Like, just talk to people being demanding any old kind of way. That's why I say there's a gray area in there. Like it's not just black or white. You have to learn how to speak to people. It's how you speak to people to get things done. Like there is some validity to you catch more bees or flies with honey than shit. So if you're talking to people like shit and treat them like shit, then you're not gonna get shit done. That's the truth. And I'm not talking about military and police, and I'm just talking about regular everyday civilians. And that comes parenting is included in that as well. Because there are some parents out here who feel like this is my child, I can say whatever I want to them, I can talk to them anyway, and I demand this and they better go do it. It makes them dysfunctional as adults.
I'm not a fan of abuse, and I'm not a fan of disrespect. But this show is about whether somebody can tell you what to do or not. And there are clearly some people who can tell you what to do. Of course, there are measurements to every situation. There are parameters to every situation. But just like when I was asking you about, can your man tell? I was asking you about whether your man can tell you what to do or not. Either the answer is yes or it's no. I've seen plenty of relationships where the answer is no. where the answer is no. And I've seen plenty of situations where the answer is yes to a fault. Now, I can ask myself the same question. Can my woman tell me what to do? Yes. Has she? Yes. You know, like I mean, not disrespectfully or anything like that, but if I don't trust my woman's judgment, what the fuck am I there with her before? I mean, before, how am I talking? What am I with her for if I don't trust her to tell me what to do in the right way? If I think that she'll steer me in the wrong direction or be disregarding of my feelings, what am I with her for? So that's not my experience. So if she tells me to do something, there might be times where she tells me what to do. Like, yo, you got to do this or blah, 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 or hurry up and blah. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah. All right. Shit. You see, I'm here, clipping my nails and shit or whatever. You know what I mean? I drift off. So sometimes, you know what I mean? You got to hit me in the back of the head. Oh, nigga, you paying attention? Yeah, I heard everything you said. What'd I just say? Look, you said that you need to say it all again. Because you hit me up the back of my head or whatever. Not literally. But, you just etch a sketch the whole shit. So, yeah, of course there are levels to this thing. There are levels to this thing. But there are people, I mean, if I'm being real with myself, yes, there are people who can tell me what to do. If I'm driving down the street and there's police activity, they don't always be like, listen, sir, you need to go the other way. There's a detour. They be like, yo, beat it. No, you can't come down here. You gotta go the fuck back. Turn the car and fuck around. Yeah. So yeah, evidently he can tell me what to do. Because I sure didn't, proceed. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, I've been to court. So I did what my lawyer told me to do. He didn't ask me to do it. One time I came to court with a tank top on. I did. I came to court with a tank top on because we were only going to continue the case anyway. I knew we wasn't.
Court.
I'm telling you, that's what the fuck I did. So he was like, well, if I was going to get anything done today, I wouldn't be able to get it done because you don't have on the right shirt. What are you doing? Don't come back the fuck in here. The next, we gonna get this continued. The next time we come here, don't be wearing nothing like that. Have a decent shirt on. Like I knew I wasn't standing before the judge anyway. I knew it, but still, he had to put me on. He had to put me on my shit. So the bottom line is, I listened to my lawyer tell me what to do. When I stood before the judge, I absolutely did what he told me to do. If I was being taken into custody, I've never been taken into custody. My DUI, I never got taken into custody right away. I had days, I had a couple of weeks before I had to turn myself in and all that shit. But yeah, that means the bailiff told me what the fuck to do. The prison guards that put you on the van or the bus or whatever. And when you get to jail, they don't ask you to do nothing. No. So yeah, there are people that can and will and have told me what to do, and it is what it is.
I'm sorry. I just can't get credit. You go to court with a tank top on. I wish I was there.
With these same chains on. Fucking, it was in the summertime.
Like, where you going to go? You say I'm going to court. I was like, wait a minute, let me get my shoes on so I can record this.
But see, here's the thing. When I was going to court for my DUIs, I never told nobody about what I was going through. I kept that shit personal. You understand what I'm saying? See, and I'm glad we talk about that.
Okay.
I'm glad we talk about that because now when I think about it, yo, can you be quiet? You laughing too much. Hush. So when I think about it, I was too proud to tell anybody that, yo, I'm fighting these 3 DUIs. I keep fucking up with this this DUI shit or whatever. But I wasn't too proud to stop doing this shit. Not when I was in it. It made no fucking sense. So I don't want to be judged by those who would call me on my fuck ups and the mistakes I was making. But at the same time, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and handle this. Shit is costing me all of this money and shit. And 2009, I wasn't even working. So all of the money that I had left from selling my properties and shit, that shit was dwindling down. So I'm losing all of this money in legal fees and all of that shit. It was fucked up. I needed somebody to tell me what to do. Like, you fucking up, dummy. I wasn't gonna be mad at nobody for telling me that because I knew when I'm by myself, I'm like, you fucking up, dummy. But I'm gonna be mad at you for saying it? Nope. Sure ain't. So looking at what I was putting myself through, and I have to say putting myself through, not what I was going through, what I was putting myself through, because it wasn't nobody else's fault except for mine. Nobody else's fault. When I finally stopped drinking and got my shit back together and I had to, serve all of this suspension time and get my license back. And, I'm still driving on a suspended license and having to duck the cops. And sometimes I would get caught. It was like when my license was suspended, it was like I had my license plate said, yo, suspended license driver right there. Yo, pull him over. It was that's what it felt like. So I had to go through all of that, but that was all my fault. So imagine me not liking to be told what to do, but putting myself in positions time after time after time to be told what to do. Because I don't fucking want to, follow rules. I'm too good to follow rules. You know what I'm saying? I'm too fly to follow them nut ass rules. Oh yeah? I don't know. I don't know about nobody else. But I never thought I would make it to the county jail. I thought, like I would get bailed out at the precinct. When I had to get on the van, I'm like, well, what's taking so long with the bail money? Because you're not in control, dickhead. Everybody else is in control. You're not going to be in control till you get out of here. And guess what? You're going to be under control too, because you better make them, you're going to have to get back with your lawyer, and you're going to have to get, you know what? I remember being ashamed of myself because I had to call the lawyer. Like when I caught the 3rd DUI, and I got to call him and be like, oh yeah, I got caught again. I don't know, this motherfucker looking at me like, well, damn. Oh, you got a problem. But he looking at my blood alcohol levels. He's like, maybe you just can't hold your liquor, dickhead. You know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking crazy. It's crazy. Like, because I was never like double times the legal limit and nothing like that. It wasn't like that. It was always I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. But that's an excuse. How about the wrong thing at the wrong time? You're not at the wrong place at the wrong time. You're doing the wrong things at the wrong time. But you don't rationalize all of that and have that come to Jesus type of shit until you get smacked the fuck up a few times. You know what I mean? When life stop giving you excuses. So you got court problems, you got driver's license problems, you got 2 cars and no fucking license. You got a job that ain't paying you shit. Shit like this. Shit like this makes you have to reevaluate shit. Like, huh. 5 years ago, you was the motherfucking man. You would have told everybody that you'll never work for the white man again, ever. Birthright in place. Birthright got taken away first. Then the DUIs came. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So, shit, there are always people who are in place that can tell you what to do. You can feel about it any kind of way you want to. But there are people that can and probably should tell you what to do. Doesn't mean that you're stupid. It doesn't mean that you're small or insignificant or a lot of the ways that we feel when we get in our feelings. It's just that there's some situations that warrant being told what to do. Like when you're in training for something. No, don't do that. Do this. you either want this or you don't. This is what it takes. This is the job. So yeah. Let me see. It's only I'm interested, besides the poll question, I'm interested in knowing in real time, what are y'all thinking? If y'all could be so kind, please list in the comments the people in your life that you consider to be able to tell you what to do instead of asking you what to do. I don't care whether it's your parents or whether it's your spouse or your man or your woman or your job or, whatever. If whoever is able to tell you what to do, please put those in the comments. Notice I'm asking you to put them in the comments. I can't tell you to do it, but please put those in the comments because I'm curious about this poll. So far with only 23 votes, who is more likely to get away with telling you to do something at this point in your life? And 39% says your man or your woman or your spouse. And I'm surprised. Now, maybe that's because it's only 23 votes. But I'm still surprised because, on social media, you hear so much about everybody talking about how they man or they woman. And, they'll have you thinking that all black women are on some old independent black woman shit. I don't need no man shit. And we know that's not true. What the fuck? Hold on, man. Bastard. I was just looking at I'm sorry, I got monetize and shit. Stop playing with me. Yeah, social media have you thinking that every woman is on some old, you ain't my father type shit, or it's always man against woman, especially when it comes to black men and black women. And I know it's not like that, but they have us believing it. So let me see. We got anybody yet? All right. So Clay says my wife and my job. Okay. Carrie says my sons, my man, my job. Cool. Ronaldo says judge, boss, rent man, police. Rent man. I like that. All right. Justine. What up, Justine? She says, I love when people check me on ish. Shows me that they are invested in and care enough to do the work of a real friend. Okay. Justine says, anybody who loves me can tell me their perspectives on anything they see or I share with them. Okay. What's up? WUW. I don't know how you. Is that woo? I don't know. Justine says my father was on our ass all the time, which was much harder than letting us do whatever we wanted. So that's the kind of people I prefer. Direct and genuine truth tellers. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised that people put their man or their woman or their spouse. I'm like, wow. Okay. On the poll, only 4% said their job or their spouse. I mean, their job or their boss. 17% said a policeman, judge, or legal authority, and 39% said a close, respected family member. Mm. So, we have some people here who trust their family. That's another thing on uh on social media that that'll have you thinking that nobody listens to nobody cares about their family anymore. Like, uh, okay.
I was just talking. I forgot I had this mute.
Oh, okay. So you over there running, flapping your gums, and wondering why you ain't getting no response. Okay, cool.
I was just talking. Like,
see, that's the Lord talking right there, right there. God only knows what you were saying through the mute button. You know what I mean?
I wasn't saying anything wrong.
And then look, now I don't believe you. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? In my mind, God said, nope. Not today, Satan. Not today.
And I was like, get yourself together before you get back on here.
All right, cool.
That's all that was. So I had to have a moment when I was laughing because I needed that laugh. So thank you.
That's what's up.
For your tank top story, which is stupid. But anyway, what I was saying was, that's the thing with social media. It will tell you a bunch of lies all the time. And social media has a tendency to have all these people who want to tell you stuff, and you absolutely should not listen to the majority of it, like 99.9% of it, because it's always going to tell you wrong. Because social media will tell you and have you believing that that all men and women are just against each other, specifically Black men and women, that's all we do is argue, and Black women don't want shit but a bunch of men to take care of them, and Black men don't want shit but a bunch of women to fuck on. And it is always going to give you the wrong information. And sometimes people just don't seem to have the discernment to think for themselves and recognize that it's not accurate information that's coming from this. But you see now there's and I don't know who this lady is at all, but she's some kind of psychiatrist, psychologist, whoever she is. But it's a big argument over her credentials. And it's because I guess her role is to tell people whatever about their lives and what they need to do to get it right. And people are questioning.
Not Elanya Vincent, right? Not her.
No, not her.
Okay.
This is some other new one. Like,
okay.
She went on one of the talk shows and she was like, as long as God knows, some craziness. But she's supposed to be this person who can tell you everything about, she tells you how to direct your life and how to have a man and all this kind of stuff. And people are like, girl, you don't even have your credentials. Shut the fuck up. And so I don't know who she is. I've never heard of her before. And it's probably because I'm not in those reality streets like that and that kind of communication or conversation. So it's why I don't know. But I know it comes across my feed here and there in specific influencers or people I listen to. And that's another one too. People assume um, that a psychologist and a psychiatrist can always tell you what to do as well. But I think sometimes they fail. Well, I know they fail because dealing with my son, he had a psychologist who told him, you just need to stop talking to anybody who makes you feel XYZ. And if your mother makes you feel like that, you need to stop talking to your mother too. And your grandfather. Just stop talking to everybody. Blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, she's taking advantage of him. So
A
she's like,
psychologist told him to do that?
yeah.
Okay.
So and that's another example of you. They can't tell you what the fuck to do. And this woman has never heard nothing but one side of things. But she definitely was on some scamming shit and taking advantage of my son's situation.
It sure sound like it. She sound like a life coach, not a motherfucking psychologist.
Oh no, she's legit, but she's not licensed everywhere. She definitely wasn't licensed for here.
Well, yeah, well that's a different thing. But no, the reason I say that is because
that's not what they do. That's not their role.
yeah, I've never been told to do anything by any psychologist that I've been to, and I've been to a few. I've definitely done my my therapy time. You know what I'm saying? But like, okay, yeah. I guess well, in psychology, it's just like any other profession. I mean, you have the good ones, and you have some people that's just picking up a check. I guess you know what I mean.
Yep.
Maybe they have ambitions in another area, whatever. But yeah, that's a situation. But you gotta you gotta weigh the pros and cons of a lot of things and the credentials of a lot of people. Speaking of credentials, I'm not one who thinks that, just because you don't have a degree in something or whatever that you're invalid. Good ideas don't require degrees. You know what I mean? So if I think that your ideas are good, then I don't have any reason not to, follow suit within reason. You know what I mean? Because just like I have my own mind, I'm sure you have your own too. But if I think it's a good idea, not if I think it's a questionable idea or one of those where they say it's so crazy it might work. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying if you have a good idea, and I'm I hate to say it, but I'm usually one who I like to go with things that have worked before, at least as a starting point. Just trying to try something new. Or what do people say? There's a term that people use that I really hate. Change just for change's sake. Are you out of your fucking mind? Hey, you can come up with a better reason than that. Change just for change's sake. Man, I've heard enough people say it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm like, no, I don't know change. Well, why should we do it for his sake? I can see if you said change for your grandmother's sake, change for your kid's sake, change for your sanity's sake. You said change for change's sake? Where change at? Bring him the fuck in here. Let me see if he deserves to have something done in his sake. What does sake mean anyway? You ever think about that word? What does sake mean? What are we saying when we say that? I know we know how to use it. What does that mean?
I was the only person who does it.
Like
what
What does the word sake mean? Let's
Because
see.
it doesn't sound like it makes sense.
Oh, look at this shit.
By itself.
Wait a minute. I think this is sake or something. At its simplest, sake is a fermented alcoholic drink made from rice.
Yeah, that's,
I don't think that's what sake means. All right, hold on.
put it in like, for example,
Oh,
goodness sake.
it
That
says
means
it
something like
says
that.
end or purpose for the purpose of. Wait a minute. All right, so change for change is purpose. Okay. Okay. All right, we didn't blow up the world with like that. We've been saying that shit wrong all our lives. That ain't what sake mean. All right. The good advantage or enhancement of some entity, such as an ideal, personal or social welfare, safety or benefit. All right. So we have been saying it right. And it does say variants or sake, a Japanese alcoholic beverage or fermented. I'm like, I've had sake before. Okay, all right, cool. All right, yeah,
You take a sip, you put you on your butt.
yeah. That's the joint that come in a little shot, right?
It don't taste good either. Don't even taste good.
Yeah, yeah.
When you
And
said about credentials, we've had that discussion before about people who listen to somebody in comparison to somebody else based on what they consider as experience. For example, my associate who's been married 3 times feel like she has the Bill of Rights to tell people how to be in a relationship and what it means to be in a relationship because she's been married 3 times. And whenever we have a discussion, she compares it to, but you're single and I've been married 3 times. So she feels like she's cornered the market on relationship advice. And so she likes to tell people, like she told me that I have been in love, that I just didn't understand what it meant. And I'm like, but you were married 3 times. Apparently you don't either.
then then there's that, right, right.
Yeah. Girl, get the fuck out of my face. 3 times loser. You didn't have no good marriages. You didn't have nothing positive to say about the marriages. That's the thing about it. It felt like garbage and trash.
Mm-mm.
And you are the common denominator.
No, you don't understand. That was marriage for marriage's sake.
Yeah. But she's telling me because there's no questions. I always say I've never been in love and I haven't. But she said, yeah, you probably have. And then she compared my last relationship. You were in love with him, and you just didn't understand that you were in love. I said, no. If I was in love with him, I'd still be with him. I would never want to break up. So apparently, I wasn't.
Wait, you can't be in love with somebody and still break up with them?
Well, sure you can.
So what you
Sure
talking
you
about?
can.
So
But I
what?
think it
What
would have been a
What?
more effort would have been put into let me try to work this out. And there was none on my part. So I didn't want to. Because I loved him, but I wasn't in love with him like that.
Well, you know,
I was
that
a friend.
the thing is, I'm not questioning whether you were in love with him or not, but sometimes you have to make a decision for the greater good, the greater benefit. So I've broken up even when I still loved before because it wasn't going to work out. It wasn't going to be beneficial going forward. We were in it for the wrong things. And I'm not going to say that love alone is not a good reason to stay with somebody. But my version of love is that love makes you do something. Like how people say things like love don't pay the bills, and I'm like, well, if somebody loves you and they won't take their ass to work to make sure the bills are paid. See, when I talk about love, I'm talking about what being in love or what loving will compel you to do. I know this. Hate sure don't pay the bills. Love will pay the bills. It'll pay the bills, it'll pay the car notes, it'll pay the mortgage, it'll pay anything. Because that's what love does. Hate won't pay nothing. Hate will put your ass out on the street, broke, homeless, no car, no nothing. But if somebody loves you, they will make a way to provide. They don't necessarily have to take care of you, by themselves with just one income, but they will provide a way for y'all to be okay. That's what love does. So I think people get caught up in the whole in love thing because that's like what happens in the beginning of a relationship, and when you all starry eyed and goose pimply and hiding yourself, hiding your true flaws from somebody or whatever. How long is that going to last? I mean, and you have to, if you're not mature and don't understand that the in love in that way is the shortest part of a relationship. The love itself stretches, and it's very redeeming, and it gives you a reason to keep coming back and a reason to keep trying and a reason to be rational and work things out and be more amenable or willing to compromise. That's what real love does. Yeah, the in love part is very subjective. Like the way that I just described it may be totally different from somebody else that describes it. So I'm saying it from my perspective, and my perspective is good enough for me in my life, but it may not work for you and yours. Maybe you need to be goose pimply and I'm not talking about you personally, Kim. I'm talking rhetorically to anybody. Yeah, maybe you need to be goose pimply and butterfly in the stomachly and nervous, and I gotta have my hair right all the time, or I can't let them see me and see these marks on my legs, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've been with once you've had once you've had sex with women that refuse to take off their shirt, you start to understand some things about insecurity. So,
ooh, Lord, don't let me start talking about that because I'm gonna be mean.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like you start to understand, and it sure wasn't because they didn't like me. It was because they liked me so much that they didn't think that I would like them enough to see them like what because you had a fupa or something like that. Shit, you don't think I knew you had a fupa? You know what I'm saying? That's just
I think that's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to you. But yeah, I mean, for people who may have been judged, and I don't know. I can't speak on it. It is what it is. And this didn't happen when I was a teenager. I was all the way in my 20s and 30s when this shit happened. I mean, it ain't like it was just one. I mean, I've been with me a thickie, you know what I mean, a time or two, 3 or 4. A lot of times. But so.
Well, my point in saying all that was to say this same person, she's one of these I'm gonna tell you kind of people. She'll tell you. Now you need to tell him so and so and so and so. For example, like my substitute mailman is my play sister's club brother. So of course he's kind of flirty. And
Wait, what's a club?
She's part of a motor. She's in a motor.
Oh Lord, y'all adult gangsters. Y'all be killing me. All right, go ahead.
I I didn't say I was.
No, not you, but y'all, because it ain't me. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
And so, he just flirts. That's it. Like, I'm cool with him on that level, but he's not somebody I want to give no cookies to or talk to on no serious level. But I'm gonna talk shit with him. But that's it. Like, you can't come in my house. You can't have my number like that. But he'll call I just say my sister. He'll call her and say, "Hey, tell Kim I'm on her route today. Ask her if she want me to bring her lunch, or tell her I'm gonna bring her lunch, or whatever." And so she'll call and tell me whatever. And this same person, the love expert, because she's been married 3 times. If he can't do more than that, you need to leave him alone. Don't talk to him no more. Don't let him come in. He needs to just bring your mail and leave you alone. I'm like, girl, it's not even deep like that. What are you doing here? What the fuck are you talking about? And it's just because she feels like she's the expert, so she wants to tell you about relationships with men because she's been married 3 times.
Right.
Now he's gonna knock on the door and bring the milk and wants him some chocolate chips. Indeed he does, but he cannot have them. Not at my door he can't. Like I said, he's just cool, but that motorcycle life is not my life. So I don't want nobody in a motorcycle club.
I mean, most of the people I know that's in motorcycle clubs don't even ride a motorcycle.
I don't know, all the ones I know who are in clubs ride, but that's
well, you live in Indiana.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's probably it. But that's a different world in and of itself anyway. So I'm good. That's just a different world.
Yo, they be tripping. 50 and 60 years old. Yeah, I mean, it's not what it is, it's what they do. I'm like, so y'all really got a hierarchy? You 57 years? The fuck?
But I have another friend who's in a motorcycle club, and it's totally different. And I hate to say black, white, or base it on ethnicity, but there definitely are some differences in the club for sure. So my best guy friend is in one, but his is all grown people, and it's mixed everything in there. Like there's a lot of responsibility, but they also ride for charities and do it for a reason. Whereas my sister's club is, well, I'm like, y'all have not gone to jail yet, because not too damn much. And I'm just waiting for the RICO charges to come through. I'm waiting for it to come across the news that they have arrested a lot of them, because they know some bullshit in that one. And I'm like, hey, dude, you cool, but no, thank you.
Yeah, I guess it's safe to say that your club members can tell you what to do.
Hey, JJ, it's more than farming in NASCAR in Indiana. And ours is the Indy 500, which is going on right now. And it's more than farming, trust me. You'd be surprised. That's what they call my city Naptown, because they assume that's what happens. But it's a different world when you live here.
Naptown? What's that?
Yeah. That's what they call Indianapolis, Naptown.
Like NAP nap?
Yeah.
Why?
It depends on who you are. The white Hoosiers call it Naptown because of Indianapolis, but the black Hoosiers no different.
What's a Hoosier?
We'll have a discussion about it one day.
Okay, what's a Hoosier?
A Hoosier is Indiana. That's what residents in Indiana are called.
But what is it? I know this. You know what I mean? I watch sports. But what is that? Let me look that shit up. You know what I mean? What is a Hoosier?
Believe what you read. Don't believe what you read.
What is a Hoosier? A Hoosier is the official demonym for a resident of the U.S. state of Indiana. While the term is generally a point of state pride today, its exact historical origin remains a mystery, and it can take on completely different, sometimes derogatory meanings depending on the region.
Ain't no goddamn mystery. The fuck it ain't no mystery. People who live here know what it means. Black people know what the fuck it means. You know, goddamn mystery. They just want to be. They want to softball the truth. Indiana is Klan land. Always has been. Always will be. We know what the fuck it means, and it's none of that bullshit they trying to softball right there.
Now, in St. Louis, I didn't know they had Hoosiers in St. Louis. It says in St. Louis, Missouri, and parts of the surrounding region, Hoosier, often pronounced hooer, has a very different connotation. It is used as a colloquial, often derogatory term for someone perceived as uncultured, uneducated, or exhibiting redneck or white trash stereotypes. Is that what it means there too?
And more.
Okay. A Hoosier. Yeah. And they named their sports team. y'all bunch of Hoosiers.
Sure do. They're so proud of that bullshit. It's crazy. But okay, don't believe the bullshit. Listen, don't believe the bullshit you read about Indiana. Don't believe the bullshit about the crossroads of America.
Heavy.
And here, I live in a state where they love to tell you what to do. Love to tell you what to do. We got a trash governor and deputy who love to tell you what to do. To the point where that orange idiot in office got mad because the Republican Party didn't do what he told them to do. And so now he's decided, well, let me just take it out on the state. And he told our governor he needs to make this the most miserable place to live because the Republican Party didn't do what they were told. And so our governor is doing his best to do what he was told and bend the knee to please the orange idiot in office.
Are there a lot of Native Americans in Indiana? I mean, it's literally called Indiana, right?
I don't like to use the term Native American because that's bullshit.
Okay.
But natives of this land, it's a sizable amount, but they've been pushed out by the German and Russian community that is slowly taking over the state.
Okay, are a lot of y'all streets named after so-called Native Americans?
Oh no.
No?
No. Our streets are named after like Ronald Reagan Parkway. No.
Well, see, that's interesting because like in Wisconsin, a lot of their cities, towns, and streets are named after they have Native American names.
No.
It's like that in Illinois too. So you would think in Indiana.
Indiana is a very different place if you, of all the states. I'm not saying we're a monolith, but it's definitely different. And I think it's because of the clan ties. I think it has to do with being the central part of the country, this crossroads through the country. And I believe it has to do with the clan ties that makes it different per se. Indiana has always been falsely represented as this great place to be. But it has a history, and it's able to hide the history because it's not the South, but it sure has a lot of South tendencies.
I've always wondered why they call y'all the Midwest, because y'all ain't, that shit ain't the middle. Now, damn near on the East Coast. But okay. All right.
It's different.
Mm.
It's different. It is definitely different. Definitely.
If anything, they should call it the Mid East.
Well, and you know, our state is we're split up. We have multiple time zones in the same
I
state.
do know that. I do know that. That's why I'm like, same thing with Kentucky and Tennessee. Half of the state is Central Time, the other half is East Coast time. So I'm like, but it's closer to the east. Now, if you want to go straight down the middle, Nebraska is right in the middle. So is Kansas, North and South Dakota, Oklahoma, and Texas. Texas should be called mid country. But yeah,
Different, just different. But this is a place where they like to definitely tell you what to do. There's a specific group that loves to tell you what to do, especially in 2026. That's how I got Black Bitch. Because they love to tell you what to do.
Okay.
What they don't know, I'm different too. Because I don't like to be told what to do. And you're going to always get some pushback. So, yeah.
Okay. I knew there was a reason I called this shit.
Conversation for a different day. One day we'll talk about the state where we live. And you'll find out this place is different. It always has been. Just different.
Well, it's no wonder that Milwaukee is colder than Chicago, because Wisconsin sits right on top of Illinois. Definitely closer to Canada.
Colder than here, because I remember going to Chicago, calling myself Gary, go get some Garrett's popcorn, and the boyfriend at the time, he was like, because traffic is terrible in Chicago, especially downtown. It's worse. And so he's like, I'm gonna drop you off and ride around and come back and pick you up, go in and get your popcorn and come back out. And I'm trying to be cute, got on the skirt, the jacket and stuff. I go in and get that popcorn and come back out. I was like, I'm gonna die right here. When they call it the Hulk, they are not telling a lie.
Oh yeah.
The way that cold wraps around your body and digs into your flesh and wraps around your bones in Chicago is a different kind of demon. I'm like, if I'm Alaska, what is happening here? It only takes 1 second for you to freeze to death in Chicago.
Well then in Milwaukee it must take only 1 second. Shit cold as a motherfucker. They don't even need no wind. That shit cold as fuck right there. That shit icy.
Your eyeballs start to freeze a little bit, just tears are freezing in your cheeks.
In the winter time, they go through the car wash and the shit freeze. By the time they get out of that shit crazy. Like, what do they do? Wash your shit with Freon? Like, what happened? That shit is wild.
It's like that in Illinois too. I remember we went to Chicago in the winter, went to the car wash. I was like, we probably shouldn't do this. Went to that car wash and came out, couldn't get out the damn car. I was like, I told you we should have went through this damn car wash. Now we frozen inside.
Listen,
terrible.
People
were coming out of Garrett's. I just started crying because I was so cold. The tears just sticking to my face, and it made me cry harder because I was freezing. I'm like, I don't want this damn popcorn. I wish I didn't get it now.
What they saying, like in the summertime, that's why niggas be getting all violent because it be too hot. I'd be like, well, how you explain Chicago? Them motherfuckers killing each other because it's too cold. You know what I mean? Like, it's too cold for you to be fucking with me.
I don't even understand that, because how do you commit a crime in the cold? Do you understand? Today we're gonna rob who? In my house? Because I'm not coming out in this. Like, I don't understand crime in the wintertime. I don't. It is too cold.
They are desensitized to that shit.
Indiana.
I be like, yo, how can you be out here thugging with cold feet? Like, I can't,
Right.
like, my thugging career would be over. Like, look, all right, keep your money, man. Fuck them drugs.
Man.
Fuck them drugs. Fuck the money. I gotta go in the crib. I gotta go to the crib, man. I can't do it.
It's so cold that you can't bend them. Like, how do you hold a gun with cold hands? That's how. I can't hold shit when my hands are cold. I can't even think straight when I'm cold.
They gotta keep
I
firing,
don't
Kim.
even
They
understand.
gotta keep firing. They gotta keep firing. All right, so this is what we're doing.
And that does not work. That heated pavement, this new code we're having, that heated pavement in downtown Chicago does not work. Because we got a new summer and winter that goes on now in the world. These new winters and this new summer, that none of that is working. None of that.
Man, I'm good. I'm good.
But y'all get heavy snow. Y'all
We
get heavy snow versus what we get.
we
So
don't get no wait, hold up. We got heavy snow last season. We don't be getting it like that. You know what I mean? It's not it ain't been like that. That's why everybody was bitching. And we ain't had no snow hang around like that in I don't know how long. Normally it's snow, then it warm up, melt the shit, it might snow again, but this we ain't never see snow just freeze and hang around there, you know what I mean? Like for 2-3 weeks. That never happened before. So it was a different thing. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I went to Penn State and I swore that I could brave any cold from being up in the mountains. Until I went back when I went back to Milwaukee, I was like, "What the fuck?" There's nothing. There's no comparison. There's no. It's not close. It's not close. Mountains, no mountains. It ain't. Mm-mm.
I just set yourself on fire trying to breathe in that cold air.
That shit, man. It's crazy. I'm like, I don't know how y'all brave these winters. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out there on the block. Y'all out there on the block serving how? For what? I'm good. And it's funny because, Timberlands was like a East Coast thing. I go to Milwaukee, whatever. They didn't really they heard of them, but that wasn't like their thing. So I'm like, well, what? How do y'all keep y'all feet warm? Yeah. I guess they just, as my man used to say, impervious to the cold. They just used to it like that. They got Eskimo feet.
I don't understand none of that. Those words don't even make sense to me.
My feet are straight Jamaican.
Me too.
My feet get cold easy and fast as fuck. And then it's over. Whatever we was doing, we ain't doing it no more. I'm out. All right. Let's go over the poll question one last time. We got 24 votes, so it's basically the same. Then we're gonna do these birthday shout outs and get on about it. All right, who is more likely to get away with telling you to do something at this point in your life? Your man, your woman, or your spouse, 38% now. Your job or your boss, 8%. A policeman, judge, or legal authority, 17%, and a close, respected family member, 38%. So it's still balanced out. All right. Well, interesting poll for show. Somebody keeps trying to call in, but this shit say potential spam. That shit ain't getting answered. I don't know who it is. If you in the comments, identify yourself. Maybe I'll call you back. Other than that, leave a voicemail. Yeah, leave a voicemail. Potential spam. No. Well, Kim, I want to thank you for coming on. I appreciate you and all that you do. So you want to give your shout outs and we can get on about it.
I needed this today. I needed something else. So thanks everybody and have a good one. That's it. I'm out.
All right. Have a good day. All right. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious Glorious, glorious. May 24th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. I say SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get. It said potential spam. Hold on. I don't know. Number one out the box. Shit. Maybe if I go on the page, I'll know. Number one out the box, I said George Carter Jr., Carolyn Anderson. That ain't her. Tasha Price, Sheila Anderson, Vanessa Gaines, and my man Benjamin Blocker. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all, and I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious, glorious, glorious. May 24th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally, all of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud, just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, I can't tell you what to do, but I know somebody can. But who? Yo, we all got to answer to somebody, whether it's our boss or another hottie. Or maybe it's your man. You think he can? A lot of people can't. Then I have to take a stand. And I'm going to be on some other stuff. I'm trying to let you know that my life is tough, but the bluff won't ever get called because I ain't bluffing none of y'all. That's real. Then we going raw. And I ain't talking about a sexual position. I'm just trying to make a way for niggas to listen to me because I got a plan for all of us to get better. And I want us to get better with this quickness. I let a motherfucker come up in my life trying to disrespect my kids, my wife. That's not going to go down like you think. Yeah, after that, I might end up in the clink. But I will sink to the bottom like a clam. You think I'm a sucker boy? Well, I am. Only to those who bring out the soft side. Everybody else going to see me a hard ride. And it's a hard drive because I never forget. Ram all up in my shit. Let's get set. You really think? Got it, yo. I see you right in my scope. Yeah, I got it, kid. Yeah, I spotted you, kid. What the fuck you think? You nodded, you did. Big with me? No, you didn't, because I never went upstate. Niggas you can hate. Every day I get up and I be thinking about what I'm going to do. Fill the cup. Make sure that it's to the brim. Whether I'm drinking or coffee, nigga, get off me. Mr. Softy coming down the street, but it's cold today, so ice cream and what I'm going to eat. But I still want him to get paid to see you when the things go up another grade. You know what I mean? 55 degrees today, I ain't eating no ice cream. Hell no, no way. Hey, well, life goes on, and I gotta have a new baby, so I spawn. So my life, my memory goes on. My last name, make sure you run game. And I'm tame. Actually, I'm kind of wild caught in salmon. Yeah, I'm still jamming and slamming things up against the walls and making sure I use the thing with my balls and my drawers. Yeah, we gonna procreate. Y'all niggas out there, yeah, I know you hate. and you don't want to see nobody get further. But I see you like nothing but a nothing burger. Yo, cornball ass nigga, think you got this shit? Yo, I'm about to pull triggers, and that ain't even from the pole. Not even from the burner. Yo, lessons, you gotta learn it. Motherfuckers really think they hard, trying to come around here and tell me what to do like a god kid. If you ain't my woman nor my peeps, then yo, I think your opinion is what you should keep. To yourself, my help still blazing. Sometimes I wake up tired, but still amazing. And I'ma make it happen out here, y'all. So I see y'all tomorrow. You still stand tall. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, Monday, going into Tuesday, 1 a.m. in the morning. I said 1 a.m. in the morning. I said 1 a.m. in the morning. I said 1 a.m. in the morning. We do our thing 1 a.m. in the morning. Do our thing 1 a.m. in the morning. I said, yeah, in the morning. You serious? The fuck? Hold on. Fuck. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the show yet. To the channel yet. So, shit. Is there a special holiday show tomorrow? No. 1 in the morning, just like normal. You know, holidays in this motherfucker. Memorial Day. I ain't a veteran. All right. See y'all tomorrow. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Peace. One love, baby. One love.